From dimly lit speakeasies and historic hotel bars to high-energy restaurants, Boston alone is home to more than 200 cocktail lounges. But New England's cocktail scene is more than nightlife and celebration. It reflects a long-standing culture shaped by hospitality, creativity, and evolving tastes.
Everything from the ice, water source, the purity of the ingredients, the quality of them, their balance, and then techniques like why you shake certain drinks.
These are the ingredients of daily thought for Jackson Cannon. He is widely regarded for his trade, his cocktail techniques, and his influence on the craft cocktail culture.
I was obsessed with craft cocktails even before they were a thing.
Cannon has created and served drinks at some of the best programs in the city. Today, he serves as beverage and bar director for Eastern Standard Hospitality, including the lounge Equal Measure, on the list of North America's 50 best bars in 2025, the ranking determined by votes from industry experts. A feather in the cap? Cannon says, not really. It's more the garnish on the glass.
It's really exciting for us. It's exciting for the city. You get on lists, you get off lists. For those of us doing it, it's the process that matters more than the award.
He says among the many elements of a great drink, balance.
We think a lot about the texture of drinks.
And longevity.
The first sip of even an average cocktail is pretty good, right? But that last sip of a very well-made cocktail is also good, and that's really what we're shooting for.
Cannon says that no matter how innovative a cocktail gets, it's still built on the fundamentals.
The modern trends are best executed well when you're steeped in the balance of the classics.
Today, that foundation continues to evolve, pushing new levels of creativity. So what is one of the best bars in North America serving up?
It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. It's a terrific blend of carrot juice with tequila, Aperol, turmeric, and honey. Carrot can still present as like, wait, what? In a cocktail? And it's just fun to see people drink it and realize, oh yeah, it really fits just right along with, next to the lemon and lime juice. Holy mole. This one is a mezcal with mole that the kitchen makes for us and with citrus, pineapple, lemon.
From the process to the pour, curators of the cocktail say it is the guest's satisfaction in a sip that gives them the greatest joy.
It's the greatest feeling in the world, and I can tell when you're lying, and I will take it back and try again to make you something else you like more, I promise.
What happens when you combine a storied space, surprising cocktails, and a menu featuring a filet-o-fish bow?
Reservations are sometimes hard to get, so we wanted to get in early tonight.
Apparently, for Darling in Cambridge, what happens is a wait list. The speakeasy-style cocktail lounge opened in July 2025 in Central Square, in the space occupied for decades by the beloved Mary Chung restaurant. Owners and industry veterans Brian Callahan and Zimu Chen set out to create a concept that feels both immersive and engaging.
Where does the name Darling come from?
It's from the phrase kill your darlings, this idea of not being attached to your personal creations.
With a menu that changes daily, yes, daily, their drinks can be best described as intricate and impermanent. There is really only one rule.
The drink can't go on the menu until we absolutely love it.
Many of their ingredients Asian-inspired and take weeks, if not months, to prepare.
We try to pair a lot of more unfamiliar ingredients with something approachable. We use like koji a lot, so like miso and fermentation.
And the layers are luxurious.
Hope I Packed a Parachute was a nod to the idea of like opening a restaurant is kind of like jumping out of a plane, and say clarified milk punch with shochu, matcha, red bean, amazake, and then it's topped with a taro foam. The HK French toast, we take a whole loaf of bread and use like enzymes and break it down over the course of a day to make a syrup out of it with rum, and we make like a peanut butter, coconut milk, condensed milk compound and just incorporate all those flavors into this really rich dessert style cocktail. The Guinness is Suntory Toki whiskey. We infuse that with black sesame. We take pureed mango and clarify that, and then we make a toasted rice syrup. We combine all those things drinks with some lactic acid and carbonate it all behind the bar, and then we top it with a hojicha tea foam. It looks exactly like a Guinness. It doesn't taste anything like it.
A true adventure for the taste buds.
It's, kind of different than what other places are serving. So I got intrigued by, I need to go there and try that.
Inspiration can come from anywhere, including their dim sum inspired menu.
One of my favorite dishes on the menu is the $8 cucumber, and it has this really delicious, like sesame, kind of slightly spicy, vinegar-based sauce. We haven't used something like that in a drink yet, but it's definitely been on my mind.
Well, that would be a crazy combo. And while the craft cocktail really made a comeback in the late 90s and early 2000s, Boston's first famous cocktail really goes way back.
The Ward 8. The Ward 8 was created at the historic Loch Ober restaurant, now gone. And it was rye whiskey, orange juice, lemon juice, and grenadine. And it was said to be the sort of sweeter cousin of the whiskey sour. 1898 that was created. Yeah,
What
it was
a
around for a while.
concoction.